Alright, good afternoon everybody. Now at least this next video will be a lot more peaceful and a lot more fun too, because it's time for another VHS and DVD update for today, since today is September 12th, 2013. Now, I have 4 VHS tapes and 1 DVD I got to show you. All these VHS tapes I got from Disney Fan 2131 back when he was visiting this house again on Friday. Hey, so Chris, if you're watching this I know you'll like it. And the DVD I got at Bull Moose Music back on Tuesday. So I hope you like what I'm going to show. So let's get to it. The VHS tapes are a mix of Disney and non-Disney. The DVD is not Disney, by the way. And we're going to show the tapes first. We're going to start with the cardboard tapes. Tapes for which this first one is not Disney, and this is the VHS of Star Trek VI: The Undiscovered Country. This, I believe, is a 1992 VHS release. If I'm not mistaken, I think it is, because I know the film came out in theaters in the late 1991. Just so you know, this is also the very last Star Trek film to have just the original characters, and this was the 6th film, because the motion picture franchise began in '79 with Star Trek: The Motion Picture, and there were others, including Star Trek II: Wrath of Khan, Star Trek III: Search for Spock, Star Trek IV: The Voyage Home, which came out in 1986. There was a 5th film I can't remember, but I know Creepy Eye Films has a lot of these Star Trek films on DVD. So you can always check his Star Trek collection video out if you haven't done so. So if it's not available, but anyways, the reason why, yeah, this was the 6th and last, because then the next Star Trek movie that would come out after that would only pretty much have one of the characters from the original series, because the 7th Star Trek film, Star Trek Generations, which would come out in 1994, that Star Trek movie would have the cast members of Star Trek: The Next Generation in that. But it's got having the original cast of William Shatner as Captain Kirk, Leonard Nimoy as Spock, DeForest Kelley as Dr. McCoy, and George James Doohan as Mr. Scott, and of course George Takei as Mr. Sulu, and a couple others. I believe Uhura and Chekhov are in this. Speaking of Star Trek, my mom also recently got the recent DVD release of Star Trek Into Darkness. It's great. I do up the first Star Trek film on DVD, by the way. But enough about that. Let's see the sides, other sides, and the back. Critic review says, "This is one to see. The very best of all is stated by Dennis Cunningham of CBS TV." And there's also another review in this description saying that's impossible to resist, is stated by James Vernier of the Boston Herald. Okay. Also has 3 minutes of never before seen footage on there, so yes. Here's the tape with the label. Well, 113 minutes, that's running time, and no print date because there's a sticker that's covering this side too. I think Paramount did this with a lot of their tapes. But Star Trek: The Undiscovered Country, pretty great movie. And I'm sure it seems perfectly logical, Captain. Yes, Mr. Spock. Spock must go and get VHS tape like this. But either way, if you like this, I'm sure if you really want to see this, I'm sure this tape will definitely take you and to make you boldly go where no man has gone before. Okay, enough about that. On to the next tape, which is a Disney tape, and this is Mulan 2. This is a 2004 VHS. Saving China was just the beginning, which makes sense since this story continues where the first Mulan left off. So yes, here's the spine and the back, and there is no critic review for this one, unfortunately. And I'll show the tape. Yep, there's the blue lid on the top. There's the ink label. It's not a sticker label, it's more of an ink label. Print date is December 16th, 2004. Printed 9 days before Christmas. Christmas and 3 days after my mother's birthday. So, yes, Mulan 2. I have not seen this yet, but this film also is different because this film actually has Geddy Watanabe doing his own singing instead of Matthew Wilder doing the singing for one of the characters. Although Geddy did voice a character in the first film too, just so you know. But Mulan 2 is fantastic indeed. Yeah. Okay. And now on to the clamshells. Next, we have a non-Disney tape for the first one, and this is The Land Before Time Free, The Time of Great Giving. I know. I haven't seen the first film, and I haven't seen this one yet, because I have seen The Land Before Time 2 and The Land Before Time 4. Yeah, because The Land Before Time 2 may have been VHS releases from that somebody else owned, and the fourth film, I remember seeing this in Cartoon Network back in the late 90s or so. Anyways, here's the spine and the back. No critic review for this one either, but there's a special bonus which has a music video preview of The Land Before Time 4, Journey Through the Mists. Yeah, Littlefoot. Littlefoot is a great dinosaur, by the way. And see, here's the tape, sticker label, no print date though. So that's all for that. And next is a Disney tape, and this is the VHS of The Brave Little Toaster. And the critic review says, an adorable adventure that kids will treasure is stated by the Chicago Sun-Times. aka names. Because it was published by that, I think this review may have been published by the late Roger Ebert, if I'm not mistaken, because I know Ebert reviewed for the Chicago Sun-Times. Well, both Siskel and Ebert reviewed stuff since they were both working for Chicago newspapers. Well, since Siskel was reported for the Chicago Tribune. But anyways, I remember seeing this when I was a lot younger, because I have another VHS tape of this film, and for which the film was a Disney Channel airing of it, because Mom taped this the night that it aired on the channel, and I still have that tape, but I don't need to get that tape now because I'm fine with this one. Here's the spine. You can see the toaster and the back. Disney presents a Parents' Choice Award winner because it won a 1988 Parents' Choice Television Award. Yep. So great, it's got even a few SNL ones, including the late Phil Hartman and, of course, John Lovitz. Yeah, that's the ticket! Just so you know, since John Lovitz voices the radio on that one. Well, and also the late Furl Ravenscroft has a voice, too, since he voices the vacuum cleaner, which his name is Kirby. Just so you know. Anyways, I'll open this up. Here's the tape, sticker label. Print date is May 26, 1998. Printed exactly 1 week after my birthday. Incredible. So, it's great. You can also see Blanky and the lamp as well. All is the other three that I mentioned a few seconds ago. But anyways, can't wait to watch The Brave Little Toaster again someday soon. Maybe I'll make this, might watch this during the weekend as a film. But anyway, there you go with that. And now to the DVD that I got at Bull Moose. Now, the price for this was originally nearly $14, but I used my points for this and got this at half price. And this came out a couple of days ago, by the way. And this DVD is Scooby-Doo's 13 Spooky Tales, Run for Your Life. 13 episodes on 2 discs. You can see Shaggy, Scooby, Fred, Velma, and Daphne on the cover. As you see, here's the spine. You can see Scooby-Doo on there. Ruby-dooby-doo! And the back, which says, get ready for Scooby-Doo's most spectacular cases yet. And for the episodes that are on there includes a new episode called Scooby-Doo and the Spooky Scarecrow, which is a new 22-minute episode, plus a lot of the old ones, including 5 episodes from Scooby-Doo Where Are You, which I've got those 5 on the season 1 and 2 set that I got a few years ago. So, because besides that, the Scooby-Doo Where Are You episodes on disc 1, we've got Who's Afraid of the Big Bad Werewolf, A Gaggle of Galloping Ghosts, Which Witches Whis, which A Tiki Scare Is No Fair, and on disc 2, Scooby-Doo and a Mummy 2. Kine. Just so you know. That episode also had Velma stating, "Uh-oh, danger-prone Daphne turned on the power saw!" From that mistake, just so you know, for those who've seen it. Other episodes include other series, which has Scared a Lot in Camelot, Hang in There, Scooby-Doo, Snow Job Too Small, A Scooby-Doo Halloween, Scoobracadabra, Scooby and Quackyland, and of course, the Stony Glare Scare, which is from the new Scooby-Doo Mystery series that aired back in the early 80s, because in the first season it aired as the new Scooby-Doo and Scrappy-Doo show. Yes, it does have Scrappy in this. Yes, I know. Some people don't like Scrappy, but I didn't seem to mind. That was the first season. Then second season it became the new Scooby-Doo Mysteries, I know. Now that series doesn't have all the gang, but I know it does have Shaggy and Scooby and Scrappy. I know it doesn't have all the gang, but I like that series because I know Daphne was in that one, by the way. Hey, just so you know. This is because that series kind of demonstrate more of a leadership role for Daphne. Because in all others, Fred's usually the big leader. But, yep, the Stony Glare Scare. Wikipedia also stated that a Halloween Hassle at Dracula's Castle, which was a 2-parter, which does contain Fred and Velma in that one, was also on this. I'll have to check the DVDs to make sure. But, after all, this is great. And I'm going to open this up now. Eco Case. And here's disc 1. It has some artwork, by the way. All in a green. So, quite fun. This is disc 1, which has Shaggy, Scooby, and a haunted hand. And Zoink Scoob! The hand's out to get us! Rah! And here's disc 2, which has the Scarecrow on it. So, there you go for that. If you're if you're a big Scooby-Doo fan and you want to get this DVD, you can go ahead and buy it right now. As a matter of fact, it's available in stores today. And also, before I wrap up, this is also at least the third 13 Scooby-Doo Who's Spooky Tales DVD, because there was one that had Scooby-Doo Spooky Tales Around the World, which contained the Ghost of the Ancient Astronauts episode from the new Scooby-Doo Mysteries on that, and the second was more of a Christmas one. And just so you know, had a few winter related. Perhaps the Nutcracker Scoob is probably on that, the second one. But anyways, for Scooby-Doo's 13 Spooky Tales, Run for Your Life is still great. So, as Scooby would say, Scooby-Dooby-Doo! Okay, so, there you go. Well, that wraps it up for this VHS and DVD update for today. Hey, hope you enjoyed it. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you all again next time. Bye for now.